Hello everyone, in this video I want to give you 25 or something tips for arc raiders that will instantly make you win every fight. No, they won't, but they're very good tips you should always take into account when you play this game. Most of these tips are from a squad perspective, but they all apply to solo, if you use common sense, I mean. Anyway, let's get into this. And by the way, I did this haircut myself because of how much I like the game and I want to stay in character. Let's get into this. Number one, don't stay for too long in one place after someone's flare just popped in the open, especially in the open, because arc and players alike are drawn to these like flies. Number two, if one of your squad mates has a better shield, that guy should pick first or enter a building in front, because those shields will absorb more damage. On the same note, have your weapon drawn when you when you use a zipline or you enter a hot building, for example. You can equip it even when you're on the zipline, actually. No excuse for having it holstered. We heard these guys coming and we set up a welcoming party. They have their weapons drawn, but just imagine if they didn't. I don't think I would take any damage in that instance. So you should always have it drawn when you don't run in the open, because yeah, you can run faster when you have it holstered. And this, by the way, is another tip. You run faster when you don't have a weapon in hands, but don't forget to draw it, like I did here. I entered this building like I was walking in a park, you know. We laugh so much about this on Discord after the fight, when I realized what I did. Just so funny. So I felt so sad. We were filled with loot, all three of us. And yeah, we got gangbanged in that lobby by two squads, I believe. I strongly believe there were two squads there. Hey, it happens. It happens to the best of you. The next thing, you can jump from whatever height and not take damage if you perfectly time a dodge roll when you're about to hit the ground. I didn't test it from higher places than this because most of the time I had a ton of loot when I did it, but feel free to jump from a higher place for a cool YouTube clip. Try it and come here and tell me if it works or not. On the same note, if you don't want to sound like a herd of elephants running to your enemies, don't run over metal stairs or platforms. If you can jump over them or pick any other way, because those make a lot of noise. Tip number 6 now, upgrade your weapons. Please upgrade your weapons. A level 1 Rattler has 10 chances to win you a fight. At level 3, it has 18 chances. That's almost double. And you should be able to drop someone in with 18 bullets. I mean, yeah, go ahead and guess what will win you more fights. On the same note, or as an alternative, just take a level 1 Rattler if you want, but find and take a secondary weapon. Don't be one of those guys who take only a level 1 Pharaoh, please, for the love of God. Unless you are using a free loadout, and then yeah, you don't have any choice. I enjoyed playing with a level 3 Rattler and at least a level 2 Anvil, or an Il Toro and a Burletta. In fight is almost always better to switch to your secondary rather than reload your main weapon. Just find out your best performing combo and enjoy it, and yeah, you'll have more success with it, and just abuse it. I mean, hoard as many of those weapons you can and upgrade them, mod them. It's very important on some weapons to mod. For some weapons, mods are very, very important, but for others, and by the way, this can be a separate tip, but I'll mix it here. For example, on a Pharaoh, most mods don't make any sense, for me at least. I mean, what use? It's a reduced recoil on a Pharaoh, has a long reload time, and your recoil, by the time you reload, settles, or horizontal recoil, or all those stats. They are useless on a Pharaoh. Be careful what mods you put on one weapons, because some weapons will not give you any advantage if you mod them, but others, night and day. Night and day. Tip number 8 now, always get the seeds and buy out at every cooldown the stuff you want from this merchant, because you will use all the items eventually, I promise you. And it's a pity if you miss out on a daily reset or something. Tip number 9, use your best loadout. Always use your best loadout. Doesn't matter if you lose it. Take anything on you that might give you an edge in fights, because someone with worse gear stands no chance unless you miss all your shots or something like I usually do, or forget to draw your weapon like I showed you in the first or second tip. Take your best stuff, guys. Don't hoard it, because now is a better time to use the best loadout you can, because not everyone has good gear yet. I still run into a lot of people who run free loadouts, and trust me, those guys usually stand no chance against a squad that's geared. Use the grenades. I still didn't make the habit of using them yet, but we had a raid the other day when some bad guys used smoke grenades to great effect. I say we kinda lost that fight because of their smart use of smoke. Top up your health and shield, always. Even in fights when you have a chance. Don't run around with half HP if you don't want to, because that will basically reset the fight. But try not to give the opponent the time to do the same. I know this might apply more to squad play, but works in solo as well, because of the next tip. When in squad, you and your buddies will pick in turns, you know, and when someone's shield pops, that person can safely recharge it in fight. And this takes me nicely to number 13. Even if you use medium shields, I found out that in PvP it's better to use the regular shield rechargers that charge only half shield than the blue ones that recharge more but takes ages to activate. You don't have that luxury in the middle of the fight. But I can't say the same about bandages. Use your best bandages, guys. In a fight, you don't have the luxury of having a whole minute to heal. And this brings me to tip number 15. When you pop someone's shield and you still have it intact and he retreats behind the corner, push like your life depends on it, because it really does. And he's about to do what I just told you, you know. Regen. This is very important. I lost count of how many times you lost or won an engagement over this. Don't give your opponent time to revive his teammates or regen. Don't. By the way, tip number 16, shoot down enemy teammates if you can before they retreat into cover, because that will make them yell on comms like little girls that they are dying and you might have the occasion to push, because the other guy will panic and start reviving, and you'll have the opportunity to push and end the fight right there, you know. Of course, if you can end their misery altogether with a couple of shots before they reach cover, by all means do that, because you are sure that enemy is not coming back. Tip number 17 now. Don't engage if you think you have the worst position or, I don't know, gear. Or if you have a ton of loot and have a lot of things to lose. It's not worth it. We died so many times with a backpack filled with good stuff because of this. Same thing applies when you try to do a quest, but the objective sends you into very hot red area. If your backpack is already full, just go reset. Just go out and reset. No need to finish that quest right in that raid. Tip number 18. Don't extract camp like a Muppet. I mean, if you happen to get there as another person does, it's fine, I guess. It happens. But if you're one of those guys who is sitting there on purpose to pick people off, you will have more fun doing other things, my guy. But hey, if that's your thing, who am I to tell you how to have fun, right? But you just know that you will burn in hell for that.
Hey, don't shoot. Yeah. See you, bro. Have fun.
Number 19. Don't breach into stuff if you hear someone nearby. That's a bad idea, bro. This will give you an edge when they eventually show up and will open fire first while he will make that stupid surprised Pikachu face. And on the same note, if you hold a good position in a room above or something, try to not make a mess and obviously make as little sound as possible, but don't kill the small drones that are running around like spiders. You can run past them, get out of line of sight, and they will forget about you fast. And don't kill, of course, the turrets, because those will defend you and you will hear if someone comes from that side. No matter what, you'll hear them 100%. So don't kill that turret. Leave it up if you can. Of course, if it blocks you or something, deal with it. And on the same note, know the exits, the places where they can enter. There are multiple entry points in most buildings. And yeah, it will suck if you all hold the same corner thinking they will use a zipline or something and they come from the back, you know, and even sometimes there's even two possibilities from the back. So know the layout of the room you're trying to defend, because this will win you fights. You have the advantage, you know, when people are pushing you. You have the advantage usually. If you know they are coming and they don't know exactly if you're there or not. Tip number 20 now. Now we slowly go into more peaceful tips territory. I think everyone knows this by now, but just in case, when you are solo, press B and talk with people. You might get out with some cool stuff without a fight that way, you know, or press G and emote don't shoot or something. But it's more effective if you say something along the lines of I'll give you my number if you don't shoot me. Tip number 21. Now we go into PvE tips, but if you do these things, you will still have an edge on the people who just PvP, because you will have more materials and upgraded workbenches. And my following tip is, of course, lemons and apricots. All those online guides that they all send you to the wrong place, where you get slaughtered and frustrated because of some freaking lemon. Yeah, because those locations, everyone camped to death in the first day at least, because there's a quest right next to that location. So people go there for 3 reasons. To kill other people, obviously, to get the fruit, or to do a quest. So I'll give you the best tip for this. If you want to upgrade Scrappy to level 3, it's still in the Blue Gate map, but it's in the northwestern part of the village. You'll see the trees and just hit them and loot your damn fruit and be done with the quest. We went there, I believe 4 times. We met no one. And when we went to the other place where all the guides send you, it was a massacre every single time. 4 squads fighting for the same fucking lemons. The next tip now, 22, for the Surveyor Quest. There's that quest that sends you out to destroy a surveyor and loot some ball out of it or something. You might know by now that those arcs don't hit you, they don't shoot back, but they run away and they are very tanky. So for a solo, I think it's very hard to destroy one of those. Maybe only if you use the mines. I forgot the names, but the mines the quest actually gives you when you take the quest. We did it in a squad. For the Surveyor Quest, if you are in a squad, corner the damn thing somewhere and push all together and open fire at the same time. Hopefully you have good weapons, as you should by this point. You can use those mines that are given to you by the quest giver, but we just didn't. Just shoot it like you mean it before it escapes, and it will pop like popcorn at some point. Be careful though, even if this arc is not aggressive, it will damage you if it rolls over your head. Yeah, go figure. Tip number 23. Try to figure out what to upgrade first. This changes depending on what blueprints you found. For example, I want the gunsmith to level 3 ASAP because I found the Bettina 1 blueprint in the first day of playing. And from what I see, that's a fully automatic Pharaoh. Can't wait to lay down the hurt with this weapon. Guys, I can't wait to make it. And it's pretty easy to make from what I see. I mean, I don't need a lot of materials. Depending on what you found or what you like or want to use, prioritize the stuff. I might give you a tip that might help you with this. So tip number 24, just go to any workbench, go to the level up section, tab, and press track resources. That's all I can say, really. The best thing you can do is just track all those items. Just go through all the workbenches and actually everything. You can track every resource you need. They will stack. When you press track resources, those resources will not override your previously selected tracked resources. They will just stack on top of each other. So you will track all of them. And when you track a resource, you'll have this eye icon in the top right corner of the icon, I believe. So yeah, that's the best tip I can give you. And tip number 25 now. If you need certain materials like rusty cogs or something, I think they're called rusty cogs. I can't remember, to be honest, but they look like this. You'll need them for some workbench. I forgot which one. You can go to the dam in the old battlegrounds and look there, trying to find one, or on top of the launch towers in the spaceport map. I found 3 of those items in there in 2 raids. Maybe it was 2 raids, and my friends also got some of them too. So that's the best place I found. I don't know how else to help you with this. I'm still working it out myself. I'll add this after the fact because yeah, I forgot entirely about this, and I think the skill tree is a good tip. You will not be able to reset it, as far as I know, until you're able to do the expeditions. I want to give you a couple of tips regarding your progression, because there are a lot of cool skills and passives you can get in all these trees. So I'll start with this one. In-round crafting. It unlocks the ability to field craft items while in a raid, and this is invaluable sometimes because you'll run out of some of those first bandages that are very weak, and you need more than 5 most of the time, you know, in a raid, especially if you survive a fight and you win and you get in another one, you'll need more than 5 bandages. So get this first. Yeah, after that I moved to the mobility tree and picked these things. When I started using medium shields, or maybe you want to push this to delay this 5 points until you start using heavy shields, I'm not sure, but I invested 4 points into this when I started using medium shields because of the movement penalties you get when you're wearing heavier shields. So yeah, these two, then this. I'm not sure about this entire thing. Maybe I misplaced this point. Maybe I shouldn't have picked it because, yeah, well, these things are cool. I would rather have more stamina and more survivability in fights rather than making less noise and stuff. But again, these are very cool also. I wouldn't bother with these things though. This tree is the weakest of them all, in my opinion at least. You might look at this and say, well, yeah, but this looks cool. No. This looks better, in my opinion. I mean, these are the next 5 points, major 5 points I want to invest after I'm done with this one. So I'll invest 15 in here, maybe, yeah, 5 points in here for sure, because movement speed while crouching is critical. Actually, this, I think 5 points into this. Anyway, the point is, I would focus on this. And my final aim will be this one, because this will let you breach some of those security lockers you see in the maps. And yeah, also this is cool if you vault a lot. I don't know, but this is the thing I want to go for. And this is also cool. I mean, yeah, it looks cool. But yeah, I could give you a ton more of this, but I just want to go and actually play the game, guys. I love the game, and yeah, I just want to play it. Stay tuned for more informative videos from me. Like and subscribe if you found this useful or funny or whatever, and see you in the next one. And now that everyone left, I'll give you another pro tip. I noticed it by mistake in a raid. I was solo and I heard some movement. I saw some guy creeping in. sitting in crouch, you know, thinking he's invisible and shit. But he probably forgot he had a big light on his backpack. So yeah, my point is with this, be careful what you pick as a cosmetic, because some of these cosmetics are easier seen than others. Don't go for the fancy shiny thing if you'd be seen like this, you know, that guy has a light on top of his head when he thinks he's sneaky, and yeah, you'll end up dead most often than not when you're using this. So turn around your cosmetics before you actually equip them and see if they have this emissive part, you know, like it's emitting light, if it's glowy and stuff. And if that's the case, I suggest against using it, because you'll do night raids, and in indoors especially there's a lot of these dark places, you know, and you having LEDs all over your body, it's not doing you any favors. So yeah, this was my bonus tip.
Mamă, cum sunt drumurile astea. Mamă, e și grenadiere și lipă. Deci grenadierul trage unul de parte și...
Dar noi trebuie să mergem în dreapta, dă încolo pe aia.
Păi pe aia sunt acolo.
E plin acolo, bro, e plin. Nu vezi?
Uite și tu.
Îi omoară, îi omoară dronele.
Uite, vezi flare-urile? E acolo. Și e un asta despre noastră.
Hai de capul meu. Bă, cred că ea s-au extras.
Da, aia s-au extras. Hai.
Asta că mai e căcatul ăla acolo și ies un... Hai că